Hello, good morning. Yeah, my screen is visible. Voice is audible. Hello, can you please confirm?
Yes, voice is on.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Can you hear?
today we are going to see a very important topic.
Hello?
Hello, yes, yes, any issue? Hello, everything fine, right? Okay,
No, no.
okay. So we are going to start.
No.
Pardon.
Continue.
Okay, okay. So we are going to start a very means most awaited topic, which is the flex box. Before starting it, there are some terminologies which you have to be familiar with. Okay, so here, what we do in means while doing flex box. Okay, there are two things. First is the flex container. Okay, another is flex items. Okay, so flex container means the outer div. Let's say the outer means any type of element. Can you please mute yourself?
Okay, sorry.
So the outer means tag, if we are taking, if any element we are taking, that we consider as the container. Okay. Inside it, if we are having multiple elements, that we term as flex items. Okay. So let's see our code today. It's the simple index.html which we have made. Let me just uncomment it. So now here, if you see, simply I have just linked one file. Okay, and let me uncomment this and just one file we are going to use, which is index.css. Okay, next thing, I have simple title. Then when we come in the body, let's see what we are having. We are having these multiple divs, if you can see. So here I have made five divs basically, and all these divs are inside this outer div, whom class I have given box wrapper. Okay, so for your convenience, just remember that this box wrapper, this is the outer container. Okay, so the container is this box wrapper. Now inside it we are having five divs, right? So all these divs are siblings, and now who is the parent of all these divs? It is this box wrapper div, right? Now to all these divs I have given a common class which is box. See, all of them are having box, and individually they are having their individual class which is box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5. Now what we are having inside this divs, inside this div we are having simple one h2 and a small paragraph. Okay, and this div ends here. Similarly, box 2 is having this h2 simple heading and this paragraph. Okay, like this we are having five divs. Clear? Any doubt in this?
No.
Okay. So you have
No.
to remember that
No.
we are having five divs. Each of them is having the class box, and individually they are having box one, and all of them are inside the box wrapper. Means their parent is box wrapper. So because of this, we will call. See, can you see this violet box? So that violet purple block is for the container, which is our box wrapper, and inside it, these items, these are the individual divs which we are referring. These divs. Okay, now there are two things you have to like remember by any case. First is this main axis and another is cross axis. So if you see this horizontal line, can you see my arrow? This horizontal line, this is the main axis. Okay, and the vertical line, this is the cross axis. Okay, entire flexbox is dependent on these two lines. If you are means familiar with these lines, then everything is fine. Okay, so here we say it is main start, this is main end, this is cross start, this is cross end. Cross start, cross end, main start, end is not that much important. Main is, if you remember that main axis is always horizontal, means primarily by default it is horizontal. So this is about main axis. And the cross axis is always perpendicular to this main axis. Okay, so now if it is horizontal, this cross axis will be perpendicular, means vertical. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now I have added some simple CSS. Okay, let's see what simple CSS I have added. Let me just comment this and then comment. See, today I have brought every kind of code so that afterwards it can be familiar for you, because means what happens now, there are a lot of things which are confusing here, so I don't want that to be happen. So here, okay, let's see. For this box wrapper, means the outer div. Okay, we have given one border. Okay, that is like black color only. 10 pixels border we have given, remember. Individually each of them is having box, right? Each of the element item. So now if I am referring to this box wrapper, I will refer as box I flex container. Okay, and each of these div are flex items, so I will refer like this only. So each of the flex items are having the class box, right? Individually they are having class, so I have given them different kinds of background color. Now let's quickly open them with live server and check how is it looking. So you can see we are having the outer div, right? Outer box we are having, which is of 10 pixel border, that is of box, flex container, right? Similarly here, individually all of them are having their small border, which you can see this gray border like. Okay, and different colors I have given, and also a small heading and a small paragraph I have given, right? Now why is it taking the full space? Because it is div is a block level element, and block level elements take full width, right? I hope this is clear. Is this clear, the basic CSS?
Yes.
Any doubt?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so every time we are going to use this basic CSS, and I'm telling you different kinds of property, I'll just add something in here. Okay, so no need to worry. Now see, again, everything is similar. See, background border here, background colors here. Only one thing I have written, display flex. Do you remember we used to write display block, display inline block, display inline? Similarly, we have this display flex. And you have to remember that we add this property in the flex container. Flex container means the outer div. Okay, so here if I add this display flex, and now if I go and see our website, you will be surprised. See, it is so simple. Means earlier, if I give you that you don't have to use this flex, you have to make that entire thing like this. See, earlier what we were having something like this. Okay, now if I give you the task that make it like it was looking like that, so it would be so difficult, right? You will have to give each of them flex left, then width you have to set for each of them. Okay, but now with this one line, display flex, see how beautiful it is looking. And also it is responsive. See, it is fully responsive means it on any screen size it can work, right? Isn't this very good thing? Yeah. So this is the beauty, means power of flex. Okay, so what we just saw that first of all we have to add display flex in the flex container. Okay, flex container, I have added this display flex. Now next thing, now we are going to see different kinds of properties. Okay, before going to the properties, I want to add one thing. Okay, now again it is looking like this, no need to worry. Okay, the code. Here are two, three things which I need to tell you. First of all, if we are going to see any property, see, we are going to see a lot of properties, okay? In those properties, what you have to remember that who is the default access of this property, okay? Now, talking about flex direction. Here, what happens? By default, what we are having, we have flex direction as row. Row means the main axis will be horizontal and cross axis will be vertical from up to down. Okay, and this main axis is from left to right. Is this thing clear? If you have pen copy, just draw this diagram that the main axis should be from left to right, and the cross axis should be top to left, from up to down. Okay, now there is another thing, which is if I do flex direction row column, sorry, this time if I do column, what happens? The main axis changes to column. Column means the direction of main axis changes. For now, it is in the direction of row, right? But this time the main axis will be in the direction of column. So this time, earlier this cross axis was from up to down, but this time this main axis will be from top to down. Okay. Similarly, this cross axis, as I earlier said, that it will always be perpendicular to this main axis. So this time it will become like main axis. See, earlier main axis was from left to right. This time cross axis becomes from left to right. Why it is the case? The case is when the flex direction is column. Okay, so this time it is main axis is in the direction of column. Only this much you have to remember. If you remember this, that main axis in the direction of column, this cross axis is already we know that it is perpendicular, so it will be from left to right. Okay, next thing, if I do that, if I do column reverse, okay, so by default what it should be, it should be from top to bottom because it is column, but this time it will be from down to top. Okay, from bottom to top it will be. Why? Because it is column reverse. But again our cross axis will remain same, which is perpendicular. Is this thing clear? Please unmute yourself and let me know.
थोड़ा सा.
Okay. We are going to just practice because this you have to remember nicely. Okay. Okay. Now there are four things. Okay. First of all, first is flex, means we are talking about flex direction this time only. Okay. Now if I say flex direction should be row, what it should be? What do I mean by this? I mean that this arrow means our main axis. It should be from, oh, sorry, it should be from left to right, right? What is this? This is our main axis, and cross axis will be from top to bottom. Is this thing clear? When it is about row, tell me. Only for the row you have to remember. This is our main axis, and this is our cross axis. Is this thing clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For row, yes, it is clear.
Now, next thing, um, let me do one thing. Okay. Simple one thing I'm doing. I have simply put it row reverse. Okay. Now what will happen? Tell me.
Mhm.
Row reverse means only the row will be reversed. Earlier, what was the row? Means we are talking about row. Row means this horizontal. Earlier it was from left to right. This time it will be from right to left. See, it will be like this, and cross axis will be like this only. So this is the main
Up
axis.
to.
Okay, and this is the cross axis. Is it fine? Row
Yes.
and row. Okay. Now next thing. Okay, let's talk about column. When the row direction is column, let's say, what will happen? Tell me. Earlier, what was the column basic means in the direction of row? Whenever we were talking about row, the main axis was in the direction of row. But this time, main axis will be in the direction of column. So what happens now? Entire thing. This entire thing will be shifted like this. It will be tilted. Okay, how to tilt here? I don't know how to tilt in this way. Not coming the arrow. Okay, we'll see that. So what happens now? This time our main axis will be like this. Okay, main axis, and cross axis will be like this. Is this thing clear? Very simple now. Earlier means we have to go with the direction whatever this is saying. In that direction main axis will go, because here the hero is main axis. Okay, so now flex direction, it is saying column, so main axis will say okay, I will be in the direction of column, so it is in the direction of column. This cross axis will follow it. It will follow that main axis is going like this, so I will go in the horizontal direction. Now quickly, let's do it simple change. If I do column reverse. Okay, column reverse if I do. Tell me what will happen.
Main axis will be this here.
From
Uh,
bottom to top, right?
Column is from top to bottom. It will.
No, it means our
No,
main
no.
axis will be from bottom to top. You have to remember for main axis only. That main axis early, if it was column, so it will be from top to bottom. Now it is reverse, so it will be from bottom to top, and cross axis will be in this. Okay, I hope
Yeah.
quite a familiarity you have got. Okay, now let's see where we are going to use this. Okay, don't worry, you are going to enjoy this a lot. Okay, so now see the our website, how is it looking like this, right? Why? Because we have given individual border and individual color to them, only this much we have done. And now one thing we have added, which is display flex. Okay, now if I add flex direction row, something will happen? No, nothing will happen. Why? Because by default the direction is row. Row means the items, whatever the flex items are, that will be in the main direction, main axis direction. So main axis is from left to right, so these are from left to right. See, box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5, from left to right they are moving. Now be ready for the change. If I do flex direction row reverse, what will happen? From the right to left main axis will be. Okay, now see here, something happens. Yeah, so see, earlier, just quickly see the difference. Okay, earlier box 1 was in left direction, from left to right we were moving. But if I do this flex row reverse, see, from right to left we are moving. First of all, box 1 is there, so box 1 is coming right side, so from the right to left we are moving. Getting it? Okay, let's see other properties also. It will be more convenient for you then. Now, column. Column means in which direction we have to move? Tell me. When it is column, the box, these boxes will be from top to bottom, right? So, who is the first box? First box is box 1. And who is the last box? It is 5. So, it will be first. Sorry. So it will be like in the top we will have box 1, in the bottom we will have 5 box, and it will be column wise. Let's see. See here. It is column wise, top to bottom. Right. Now if I do column reverse, what will happen? Tell me. This time it will be from,
Coming up and
yeah,
5 to 1.
yes, very good. So it will be 5 to 1. Nice. 5, box 5 is first, box 4, box 3, box 2, box 1. Nice. Everything fine till now? Again, let me just open it sidewise and let's check. And also notice that it is always responsive. You don't have to worry about the responsiveness. Okay. Flex row, it is by default, so no change. If I do flex reverse, what will happen? Right to left, right? Box 1 is right side. If I do column, it will be column wise. See? If I do column reverse, it will be, means from bottom to top, right? Everything fine? Tell me. Is it okay, guys? Everything fine till now? means I need your response, then only I can move forward.
Yes,
Yeah. So,
yes, you're getting voice.
yeah, I'm getting it now. Okay.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. So let's move for the next thing now. Okay. Now, what we are going to see is next thing. Okay. Next properties are flex wrap. Okay, let's see that. Only you have to remember the main axis and cross axis. Okay, and everything is fine. Just don't worry about it. Just a minute. So till now, everything is fine, right? Only one thing I have given. Each of the boxes I have given 500 pixels. Okay. So you already know that 500 pixels is not this small. At least it is not this small. You don't know how much it is, but it is not this much, right? So here what happens now? By default, the flex wrap is no wrap. No wrap means it will be visible like this. Means the height won't be the width. If even we give the width, it will not be shown. Okay. Now, if I change one thing, if I do flex wrap as wrap, just see. Okay. See what happens. Each of the box is now taking the width. Okay. Let's go and inspect. That's the only way how to do. Okay, and let's see. It is so responsive that in a small size it is looking like this, right? Now in the body, let's check. See, each of the boxes having width 500. Okay. Earlier, if I just remove this flex wrap, okay, at this time, again if we go and inspect, see, still it is showing that width is 500 pixels, but it is not getting assigned. Okay, so that's the difference. By default, the value we have is flex wrap, no wrap. Okay, but if I do give flex wrap, it will be like this. See, box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5. Why? Because they have to come downwards. Now, if you notice, what is the direction here? This time, which direction are we following in these things? In the flex wrap, we follow cross axis. Okay, so by default the row is left to right and the cross axis is top to bottom. So see, when they have been given width, they have moved top to bottom. Box 1, box 2, then they have come down box 3, box 4, and then they have come down box 5, right? So this time they are following cross axis. Now, if I do this thing, if I just add one thing, wrap reverse, can you tell me what will happen? Just guess. See, this wrap, it is following cross axis. Okay. Now, if I do reverse, cross axis means it is from top to bottom. But if I do reverse, it will be
Yes,
from bottom to top. So what happens? Our see, we were having these boxes. Okay. So what was happening? One was here, two here. Then there is
true.
no space to put here in the row. So they have taken column direction. Okay. Three here, four here, five here. Okay. Is this fine? Now what happens?
Now,
If I do
from
wrap reverse. Okay. What will happen? It will start from bottom to top. So one here, two here, then three here, four here, and then five here.
then,
Right? Why? Because wrap reverse
yes,
means cross axis reverse.
reverse it.
Okay. So this time, if you see box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5. From lower to from bottom to top, they are moving. Now is it fine now? You are not getting confused
Yes,
before. Yeah.
no, no.
So
Yes,
this
now,
was
yes, it's
all
clear.
about flex box wrap means flex box. Flex wrap, if I talk about this property, then this is all about it. Okay. So what you have to worry that the flex wrap will be like this. Okay. Now, moving for the next property, we have just a minute, something happened. Yeah, this is again the most used property. Okay, every time we have to deal with it. the two properties are like, first is, if I want to use Flexbox, then what I have to do? I have to go inside the wrapper and have to write display flex. Similarly, there are two properties, which is justify content and align items. These will be used always. Okay. Now, justify content. What, see? Is it clear? Flex direction. What it does? It just changes main axis. Okay. Flex wrap. It will change across cross axis. So wrap, no wrap, wrap reverse. These are the three properties which it can take. Okay. Now, if see this, you can play and check out what will happen. Okay, so for your homework purpose, I have given this play. Now, justify content, what we have to do, it is again in the direction of main axis. Okay, so no worries, main axis only it has to see. Now, if I go in the code, let's see what is there. What we have done right now, border we have given, similarly borders we have given. This time we are considering only three divs, let's say. Okay, so let me just comment these two divs for the simplicity. Okay, and something happening.
You are muted, Ayush.
No, I'm not on mute. I was just not speaking just a minute. Huh? Yeah, now it is fine. Something was wrong means upper there. Comments was not done. So here basically what we are doing, we have given this huge border, okay, and each of the box means three boxes I'm using. See, you can see each of them I have given 200 pixels width. So see, 200 pixels they all are having. Now if I do just flex wrap, see, it is like this only. Why? Because 200 pixels they are able to take. Now, okay, one thing I'm going to do is justify content start. Okay, so what happens now? Let me just pause it. See, we are having this remaining space, right? This white space you can see. So that is the remaining space. Now, I don't want to show it like this, but I want to utilize this remaining space. So how I can do that you will see now. If I do flex start, nothing will be there. Okay. Why? Because by default the value is flex start. Okay. But if I do flex end, see what happens. It is, first of all, I told you it will be in the direction of main axis. Okay. Now tell me, main axis is in which direction? By default, main axis is in left to right, right? Until we
Left
do
to
this
right.
flex direction, it will be by default, means from left to right. Now, what will happen if I do flex end? Flex end means everything will come to end. End is from left to right, the right one is the end. So here, if you see here, box 1, box 2, box 3. They have come to the end. Okay, it's like they have been shifted from here to here. Okay, this is the case. What is the case? This is the case with flex justify content flex end. Okay, now if I do center, see, all of them will come in the center. If I do flex between, space between, this is the most used property, space between. See, they have space in between, right? Now if I do space
Yes.
around, what will happen? Around them means, see, this much width around them is this much here. Okay, similarly this box 2 is having this width and this width here. Similarly box 3 is having this width and this width here. So from left, in both the direction, in left and right, they will have equal width. Okay, so this is the case with space
Okay.
around. But if I talk with space evenly, it will be equal. See, Earlier, this in between it was greater, right? Now the space is equal in between. So these are like English words only, but these properties are very very useful. Okay, is this okay? Now,
Yes.
one thing I'm doing, okay, see nicely. Flex direction, I am doing row reverse, okay, and I am doing flex end. Can you tell me what will happen?
It will be three,
Say first,
3, 2, 1.
okay, let's see. What I am trying to do is, see, first of all, our direction is row reverse. So it is from right to left, right? Who is the end? Which
Right.
one is the
Yes.
end? Batao. This one is the
Three.
starting. This is the end, right? And now I have said that
Yes.
come in the end, flex end. So what will happen? They will come here. Okay, here if you
Three,
see,
two, one.
yes, one, yes, very good. I hope you have understood this right now, right? So what you
Yes.
have to see from where it has to start. So from box one will start here, box two will here, and box three here. Okay. Another thing, let's
Yes.
quickly. If I do this column, okay, flex direction column, and again it is flex end
1, 2, 3. It will be coming in the row,
in the column.
in the column. Yes.
So
Top to bottom.
yeah, so this is the starting point and this is the ending point. So first of all, it has said flex end means we have to come in the end. Okay, okay, we will start come in the end, but how to start? So box 1 will be here, box 2 here, box 3 here. Okay, let's see in the code. See box 1, box 2, box 3. Flex end because the height we have given like this now. If I give individual means height to this, let's say 2000 pixels. See, this time they will come in the end as we discussed. Okay, let's keep it 1000 and check. It will come in the end. Okay, now you will tell me you are saying all these properties, but what is the use of these, right? Should I tell you the
Yes.
use of it?
Yes.
Surely I will tell you.
Yes.
Now just try to see this thing, okay? The basic. Let me go through some of the websites, okay? This is one Stripe website, okay, for payment. Now, can you see this nav bar here?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm doing something. Okay, you just see what I'm doing. Only display flex I have done and justify content center I have done. Oh, not center. Let me do space between. Okay, see how our
Mm.
Flexbox is looking. Something in the starting, something in the middle, something at the end.
Yes.
Here, something in the starting, something in the middle, something in the end. Now you will say we are having only one box. Did I told you to add one box? You can make this div like another div. Means see what we are having in the box 2 in the HTML. This box 2 is nothing but this div, right? So I can make a lot of things here.
Yes.
Different divs I can make, and then in all of them I can add display flex. So like this, our
Mm.
website will be created. Okay. Similarly, let's go down. Okay. Let's see this thing. See, if we were having eight
Yes.
boxes, it would look like this. Okay, what I have to do? It
Yes.
is simply flex type
Around.
only, and wrap, no wrap means flex wrap we have to do so that it can come down also, and individually width we have to give, right? Similarly, let's come down here. This
Yes.
thing, this is again two partition, one div, second div, right? Let's go downwards. See this part. This is again flexbox, right? The four divs we were talking about.
Yes.
Similarly, let's go in the footer also. This is also flex. Now we will see how to give more width to one part and less width to another part. Okay, if we come to the footer, this is again Flexbox, right? So this entire website is made upon Flexbox, right? So this is the significance why where you have to use these boxes. That's the case. Okay, now if this is quite familiar, let's move ahead. Okay, and this is very fun, right? It is very enjoying, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Now next property we will see is our align items. I told you two properties, very useful. One is the justify content, another is this align items. Now justify content, we saw we were focusing on main axis, right? That in the direction of main axis it will be flex start, flex end, like that. Okay, this time what will happen, it will be in the direction of cross axis. Okay, by default what is the cross axis, can you tell me quickly? Main axis by default is left to right, so cross axis is top to bottom,
Top to bottom.
right?
Top to bottom.
Starting from top, ending in bottom. Okay, let's come here. Okay, so for this cross align items, we have four properties. Okay, stretch, flex start, flex end, and center. Let's see each of them. Okay, so here what I have given one thing. See, uh, till now it is looking like this. Okay, three boxes I have considered. Let me consider all the boxes. Okay, so it will look something like this. Now I am giving each of them some height. No, means the outer box I am giving 500 pixels. See, this outer box. So by default what happens, see, did I give each of the box some height? To whom I have given?
No.
I've given this to the outer box, but each of them is taking
Yeah.
this height. Why? Because what happens by default, flex align items properties stretch. So by default, it will stretch till the height of container. Okay, this is one property. Next thing, if I can do flex start, see, it will be like this. The box is like this, but they have in the flex start. Similarly, if I do flex end, tell me in which direction they will be. I told you they will be taking care of the cross axis. Cross axis in the top to bottom. So what is the end?
Top to.
End is the bottom, right? So all of them will come to the end. See, they have come to the end. Similarly, if I do center, they will come in the center. See, like this. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, if I talk about that website again, so something like this. If I want to give in the top, then I can give all these things. Flex start top means start end. Flex start I can give. Align items, flex start. So they will be in the top bar. If I want to create footer, so just consider that this box wrapper is the entire body. And now if I want to give them the footer, so they should come like this. It is the footer, right? Is it okay?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So this was all about align items. Okay, align items comes in the direction of cross axis. Okay, only this much you have to remember. And don't worry, you won't remember everything now. That's why I have noted everything for you. That see, align items cross the axis. Okay, and justify content, it was main axis. You just have to refer these notes. Okay, now there is one last property for the container. Okay, let me go here again. Next property is of flex row flow. Okay. See, again by default, what I have given them some height and flex direction they are having. This time, if I give them, means actually this is nothing. I'm just making you fool. This is nothing different. This is just a combination of flex direction and flex rep. Nothing new. Not a new property. Just quickly tell me what happens in the flex direction. Four properties. Earlier we have studied row reverse, column reverse. Means the main axis get the direction whatever we fix here, right? And in that case of wrap and no wrap, what happens? In case of no wrap, They will not take the width. In the case of wrap, they will take the width, whatever is given, right? Now, see here, what happens? Flex flow, if I write row and no wrap. Row means flex direction property, no wrap means flex wrap property. And this time nothing will happen. Why? Because by default flex direction is row and flex wrap is no wrap. But let me check. If I do flex flow row and wrap, now just can you tell me what will happen? See, each of them is having width 500 pixels. Okay, you have to remember. See what happens here. What I have given, let me quickly write here. So I have given row and wrap. Okay. Now, what this row tells you? It tells you the flex direction. Means it will be from left to right. Wrap means now they can take their width. Okay. From W you can remember that now they can take their width. Okay. Wrap and width. So what will happen? One will come here, two will come here. Now let's say there is no space. So three will come in the direction of this wrap behaves in the direction of
Wrap.
cross axis.
Breath.
It will come three here, four here, and five here. Okay, let's check. See one, two, three, four, five, as we discussed. Right. Now again, let me
Yes.
come here. If I do column and wrap, can you tell me what will happen this time?
Column.
Column and wrap. So by default, what happens? Everything will be in the direction of column. Okay. Now by column, what I mean? From the top, it will start and in the bottom it
To
will
what?
end. Okay. Now, so by default, what it should be? One, two, three,
To
four, five.
five.
Okay. Now each of them is having some width. So they will take this width. Right. See here. But see what
Yes.
happens? Another thing which we have given. Let me just quickly come here. Yeah. So the direction is column. Okay. Let me just repeat it. Here, if I write what we are focusing on, it is column and wrap. Okay. Let me just remove all this thing. Okay. Let it be there. Just focus on this thing that we are talking about column wrap. Okay. By column, what I mean that the row direction means whatever is the main direction, it will be from top to bottom. Right. Now I am saying that it should be wrap, so they will take their equal width. Okay. Now wrap. Whenever I talk about wrap, that see by default they should be like this: one here, two here, three here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, since they are having some height and width, so let's say one, two, three only could come, and here the width
Yeah.
end. So from where it will start? They will see wrap. So they will take the cross direction. Okay. Can you please mute yourself? Yeah. So now this time, since this space is filled, they will take the direction of column. So this time, if main axis is like this, what is the cross axis? It is from left to right. So that's why it will come like this. Okay. So see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now again small change. If I do column and let's say I do wrap reverse. Okay. Now what will happen? Just see what I have given. Let me tell you. Only this change. It is column and wrap reverse. So by default, column means the main axis in the direction of column. So how they should be? They should be 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and 5. But this time in the 3, it end. So in which direction they will go? They will go in the direction of cross direction. Means in the direction of cross axis. But this time it is wrap reverse. They should go from here to here, but this time since it is reverse, they will go from left to right to left. So now 1, 2, 3, and then 3 and 4 will be like this. Okay. So see 1, 2, 3, and means sorry 4 and 5 will be here. Okay. Clear till now? This is mainly,
Yes.
it will see main axis, and this no wrap will see the cross axis. Okay. So this, with this we are about to end the flex container. Okay. We talked about flex container. See, till now where we were applying the values, we were applying in this box wrapper. Box wrapper is the flex container. So here only we were applying the values, everything. Okay, see, align items also in the wrapper, everything. Okay. I hope you will be able to use these notes, means you can just uncomment and comment these things, and you can use them and play around with these. Okay. So is this thing clear till now? Now, let's talk about flex, means all the properties of flex items. Okay, so I'll again go in the index.html, and I'm just using another file now. Okay, style.css I'm going to use. So let me just close this index.css. I want style.css now. Okay, see, here I talked about these no. In the notes also I have written that flex, for flex container you have to refer index.css. Now we have seen all these 8 properties, right? Now let's see flex items. Okay, so for it we need to open this styles.css. Just give me a minute. Okay. Okay, so let's move ahead. This time let me just again uncomment all these things. Okay, and this time again we are going to use these 4 of the values. Okay, so let me just comment these 2 boxes now. Okay, so do you remember we saw align items earlier? What does align items used to do? Tell me. Align items used to be in the direction of cross axis, right? For flex start we have to give flex end or flex center, right? We used to give like this. So either what was happening earlier in the align items, everything used to come up in the flex start or center or end, right? Or they used to be fully stretched, they used to take full width, like this it was there. Now, just to cut this align items, we have align self. Okay, align self, what it does now, it just changes the align items property. Okay, override align items. Okay, now what I mean by here by this is, suppose this time, see, I will apply in individual boxes. I will apply this in individual boxes. Why? Because now I am talking about flex items. Flex items like means individual these objects items only. So if I do flex self align self flex start, in which I am doing in flex box one. Okay. So let's see what is going to happen. Just a minute. It is not. Okay. Before it, let me tell you something more properties I have given. Each of them I have given some height. Okay, means the box I have given height, that is 400 pixels. So the outer means broad border which you see, that is till 400 pixels in the height. Okay, align items I have given center, and justify content I have given flex space between. So align items, if you again notice, see, I'll again tell you. Align items means in the direction of cross axis, and justify content is in the direction of main axis. So here, if you see, align items center means, see, if our box is like this, outer box, okay, it will be in the direction of main. This align items is in the direction of cross axis. So there, they will be in the between. Okay, center. Now, justify content I have done space between. So in the direction of main axis, sorry. See here. First will come here, second will come here, and third will come here. Why? Because it is a space between. Okay. So now if you notice, see it is looking like this. Okay. This is the basic styling which I have given. Align items and justify content that I have given to the entire box wrapper. Now, this box one I am giving flex start. Okay, so quickly see align items was in the direction of cross axis, right? So if I do flex start in this first box, it is saying that I will not sit here, I will do flex start. Okay, so now we will see from where you will start, means you will follow row wise or column wise. So it says that I follow column means cross axis. So where it will go? It will come here in the column, it will go in the starting. Cross axis starts from top to bottom, right? So it will come in the starting. See here, this box 1 is there in the starting. Similarly, for this second box 2 also, if I give flex start, see this, it will also come here in the starting. Similarly, if I give flex means suppose if I give flex and here in the box 3, it will come in the end. See, it will come in the end. So this is about flex items. Means you just have to remember that align items are justify content we have done, but individually this align items will override means align self will override align items values. Okay, so just I'll quickly comment all these. And now I'm just going to play with something. Okay. See, box one I have done flex start. Block two I have done center, and box three I have done flex end. Can you guess how it will look? See, box one I have done flex start. Box two I have done center, so it will be in center. And box three will come out of this position, and it will come in the flex end. See, like this it will be. So now if I want to create any kind of design with the CSS, with anything, I can create like this. Okay. Understood this thing? Hello. Shit. So the next property is this order. Now order is important whenever we are dealing with means in the HTML CSS if we are dealing with responsiveness. Okay, this order plays a very important role. For now, let me just keep them commented. Okay, see, it is something looking like this. How, why is it looking like this? Because I have given some length, height which is 300 pixels, align items I have given them center, and justify content I have given them a space between. That we have already seen how it will be. Okay, now what happens by default, everyone is having order 0. Okay, means everyone is equal. Okay, all are having zero order, all are equal, nothing, no changes. But suppose if I do something, if I make this box to order 3. Okay, remember what happens now, whichever is having for now, let's see, these three boxes we are having, right? This is having order 0, this is also having order 0, this is also having order 0. So no changes. Okay, but suppose if one of them, if I give order 3, so suppose this box 2 I am giving order 3, so what happens, it will go in the end. Why? Because this is order 0, this is also order 0. So whichever is having high order, that will go in the end. Similarly, let me say it is having order 2. Okay, so now also what will happen? This 0 will be here, this 2 box should be here, and the 3 box, since it is higher, it should come here. Okay, let's see it with the help of code only. What I'm trying to say, there is something which is order 0. Again, we are talking about flex items. So I have to give individual items this property. So if I have given them 0 to box 1, and box 2 I have given them 3, Okay, and by default, even if I don't give this, box 3 is having order 0. Okay, so now can you guess what will happen? Box 1 will be there, then box 3 will be there, afterwards box 2 will be there, box 2 will be shifted to the end. See here, box 2 is shifted to the end. Why? Because it is having order 3. Okay, similarly, if I give this order 1 to box 3, now what will happen? First of all, box 1 will come because least order, then box 3 will come, again box 2 will come at the end. 1, 3 and 2, right? Okay, 1, 3 and 2, going on from the 0, 1 and 3, like this. And there is no compulsory that you can give 0, 1, 2, 3 only. Let me give it 5. So box 1, since it is having the higher order, it will come in the last. First of all, box 3 will come, then box 2 will come, then box 1 will come. So the order will be 3 to 1. See, 3 to 1. Is it okay? Any doubt in this?
No.
So let's move ahead, okay, apart from this. Now, next property, this was about order we have just talked. Okay. Next property is, let me just do this. It is flex basis. Okay. Now, this is now very confusing. Why? Because a lot of people think that this is nothing but flex width only. Okay. So we have to see this quite nicely, that so that we don't get confused. Okay. See, till now, how is it looking? It is looking something like this. Okay. Now, what if I give each of them some width? Okay, if I am giving them width, I am giving them flex wrap also, so that it can come downwards also if they want. So see, they have taken the width, but okay, they don't want to come down. So okay, no problem. Now let's me say if I give them 800, 600 pixels, so one of them will come downwards. Why? Because it is more width. Okay, so let's keep it 400 pixels only. Now, if I do this flex basis 400 and remove this 400 pixels, it will be like this. Okay, now if I do flex direction column, so it will be from top to bottom. And wrap also says that be from in the cross direction, so the wrap will be from left to right. Okay, I hope this is clear, means you have to just remember. Now since we have given them each of them some basis, flex basis, so they will take the flex basis. Okay, this time what happens now, since we have given them column. Okay, so how they should be, they will take all these things, they will come in the direction of column, and they will take that entire width. But if in the case of, let me tell you, see, suppose if I give them this width. Okay, width only if I am giving them 400 pixels, and also I am saying that come in the direction of column, so they will come like this. Okay, and but if I say that, if I give them flex basis 400 pixels, see, they have come like this. Why? Because what happens now, they will get completely stretched. Okay, this is the case. This is difference between flex width and flex basis. Both of them will look like they are acting like width only, but still they are different. Okay, so by default, see what happens in the column. If I give them column and flex wrap, okay, let me remove it. I don't want to give them any rep. Okay. So here what is happening? They are in the direction of column. Means the main axis is in the direction of column, means from top to bottom. Now if I give them flex basis 400 pixels, see, they will take this width. Okay. Even though here they are not taking the width, they are this time they are taking the height 400 pixels. Okay, let me just summarize it. Means you are not getting, I think. What happens if I give them width, how they will take like this, right? This is called as width, right? Okay, but now if I am giving them flex basis, so this time, even because they are in the direction of column, so they are from top to bottom, is, so this time their width will act like height. Okay, so that's why, just to be very clear that we don't want to confuse with width and height, I want to give them flex basis. Okay, that's why we give them flex basis. Is it quite clear? That even though they are in the direction of column, in the direction of column, that width flex basis will behave as
Right.
height, and in the direction of row, that will behave as, so here if I do row, it will simply be behaving like, and means like this. Okay, it will behave like column width only, but in the direction of column it will behave like height. Okay, so that's why no need to get confused that width and flex box are same. No, flex box can be width also, it can be height also, it depends on the flex direction. Is it clear?
Yes.
Habit number 7 is
Next thing, let's see the last property. Okay, this is about flex grow. Okay, this is again very interesting, and I'll tell you, we have seen something like this before. Okay, let me go back here in this website. Yeah, see here, this was taking more width, this was taking, these two are taking less width. Okay, how is it happening? Let's see. Let me just okay, now we are having this 1 2 3 box. Okay, but for this box one I want to give more space. Okay, so basically what happens, whenever if I talk about this flex grow, it will, I will talk about how to occupy this remaining space. Okay, now just notice one thing. If I give for this flex box, if I give flex grow 2, okay, see it is more. What happens now? Actually, it is taking, means see here, you should know that rate of occupying the available space. Now, what happens here? Earlier, if I just remove it, what was happening? We were having some space, right? This time, what will happen? If I give flex grow 2, means whatever is the remaining space, this box one will take twice the space. Okay? Let me give you some example. See, we are having this much of width, okay, for now, and this is here, one box, similarly second box is here, and third box is here, let's say. Okay, now if sorry, now if I say that the remaining means whatever is the remaining space, that is 300 pixels, let me say. Okay, let's say this is 300 pixels. Now, what will happen? What am I saying like this? And if I give flex grow 2 here, flex grow I am giving 2. So it means that whatever is the space, this will take twice the space. Okay, so this will also take one space, at least one part it will take, this will also take one part. So now what happens now? Four part, there are four part. Okay, let's say four axes there, and that four part will be divided in this 300 pixels will be divided in this four part. So each of that part will come here 75 pixels, right? Now, but here this first part, since I have given them 2, so it will take 2x, means it will take 150 pixels. So now what happens? This is 75 only, this second box. Why? Because it is one part. This is also one part. This will also become 75 pixels, but this will become 150 pixels. So it will look so large. That's the case here. See here, this is looking so large and they are looking quite similar. Now just see this, and if I just remove this, they all are taking equal parts, means they are not taking any part till now. But now if I just give them this thing, then each of them will take part. Okay, similarly, wait, Now, if I give this flex grow 2 here in box 3 also, means in box 1 also 2, in box 3 also 2. So let's come here. Our calculation will change this time. Now, what will happen? Again, sorry, let's change here only. See, here what we are having 2 here also and 1 here only we are giving, means these two will be equal and they will be large and this will be small. See here, these two are large, box 1 and box 3 are large, this box 2 is small. However, this box 2 is greater from previous one. Just see, it is this much. Okay, now if I remove these, all these things, see here, but wait. See, it was so small, right? But if I give each of them some of it, then it is becoming more than size. So what is happening? Whatever was the remaining space, that is being means distributed to all of these. That see, we have this much food left. Now this box one is saying I will take twice. Box three is saying I will also take twice. Box one two is saying okay, give me one part. Okay, so that's the case. All of means the remaining space will be distributed among all these, but this box 2 will have less thing. Okay, however, it is getting some food. Okay, from previously it is getting more food, but in comparison to box 1 and box 3, it will take less food. Okay, I hope this is clear, guys.
Right.
Yes, it's clear.
Similarly, for we have flex shrink. Okay, flex shrink, what happens? The rate of occupying available space. Again here, sorry, here it should be shrink. So this time again, means what happens now? This time what will happen? Who will give up more space? Okay, that will be the case. Just a minute. So in the shrink, what happens now? Who will give up more space? Let's see this quickly. I'm just changing this grow to shrink. Okay, this time if I give 1 1 to all, and I am giving box 1 2. Okay, so and let me just comment all these. Okay, and here let's say each of them is having width 600 pixels. Okay, they are having, happened. Okay. Each of them is having 600 pixels, right? Now if I just remove this flex wrap, what they will take? They will have to be in one line only. Okay, before see, just notice one thing, how much space they will take. Actually, by default, 600 pixels is this large, means half of the window. But if I just remove this flex wrap, then they will have to come in one line only. So if I give this shrink, so what will happen? Who will give up more space? Till now, each of them is giving up equal space. Okay, see what is happening here. Till the means the thing is different now. Okay, what is happening? This actually whatever is our box 1, let's say this box 1 is this much height, its height width is this much, let's say. Okay, similarly box 2 is this much width. Okay, and the box 3 should come here. Okay, this should be the case. However, what is happening, since we have given no wrap, we are not giving any wrap. See, I have commented it. So what will happen? They all will have to come in one line. Okay, so see, they will all have to come in one line, and this time they will equally give up some space. So this will also come in this time only, this will come in this space only. So all are taking is equal space. Now if I give some of them, let's say I am giving this box 1 flex shrink 2. Okay, see here, if I give it flex shrink 2, what it will mean? That you have to give up more space. Okay, so this time what will happen? This will take less space, means it will give up twice the space, but it will give up, these two will give up less space than it. So it is about giving up the space. This was about grow, okay, flex grow, but this is about shrink. Okay, you have to remember, in flex shrink what happens, because mostly now these two are asked in the interview, because these two are most confusing. So what happened, you have to remember these notes, properly read it. In the flex grow what happens, occupying the available space means whatever the space is left, that is being distributed. Whichever is having high number, that will take more space. Okay, but here in the flex string, whichever is having high order, that will give up more space, means its width will be less. Okay, now apart from this we have something which is flex. Okay, so this is nothing but it is the culmination of these three properties: flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis. Means here I can give that in case of if you want to occupy the space, remaining space, take one space. But if you want to give up the space, give up two space. Okay, and your width should be 300 pixels. Width or height means it is actually flex basis, so that will be 300 pixels. So like this we can write in the short form. Okay, so that is completely about the flex box, we have covered it. Okay, and now if you have to revise, just revise the notes. What you have to remember, that which of them is taking which axis, who is the main axis. Like here flex wrap is main axis of flex wrap is cross axis, so it will be in the direction of cross axis only. Okay, and the basic images, these also I will share to you. Okay, you have to just remember what is the default main axis and cross axis, and then everything will be clear. Okay, any doubt till now? Any
No.
guys?
You will be sharing the recording also, na?
Yes, I will share. You know, but
Oh,
for the earlier days also, I'll just record and share. Means I'll just share. It is
yeah.
not getting uploaded, so I will try today. Okay. I need you to please practice this everything of Flexbox. If you won't practice, you will never remember anything.
Yes, we are gonna practice it.
Okay, very good. Okay, that's all, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Same to you. Bye bye.